There is a fine line between reality and fantasy, more so when it comes to the mysterious elements of life that is known. The elements that have a big role in life are spiritual relevance that has been around since time beginning of mankind, as well as the ever-present chaotic source that comes from inside each and every person. Only people can choose how to live and what paths to choose. The band Tool, alive with rhythmic, hypnotic tones and often haunting visuals, can explain so much about the entire human race as a whole. Alex Gray, the conceptual artist responsible for Tool's album art, ties in many different layers and depths in the works of art that can be interpreted differently depending on views and opinions. The symbols of the picture are so deep that it has a lot to do with each and every individual. The artwork for Tool could be one of the deepest, most transcendent visuals ever created with its relevance to life, from the past, present, and future through all of the symbolism revealed, and could easily be misunderstood by those who don't fully comprehend its depth. The most intriguing aspects of this visual is the blue light radiating all around the body, the position of the arms and head, the lines from the center of the body going outward, and the spiral that is connected with everything. Everyone has an invisible energy about us, which can also have a color coordinated with the various types of people. Everyone's energy can change depending on the current mood they are in. This invisible energy that people possess is called aura. A person always has this about them that will be there no matter what. Although it cannot be seen by most, for those who do see it, does not literally see it but feel it. Many people most likely discredit the very real concept of aura, but those who do understand it could agree it is a person's life force. The blue color of the aura is that of calm and peace within oneself. It should be that way with everyone, but it may not always be the case. The only way to get the peaceful, calming energy in life is do the best as humanly possible. In the modern days, the ways of thinking and expressing oneself is not a new concept, but has not always been this way. As with everything in the past, evolution has played an important role in the modernization of mankind that is experienced today. The key period in time, many thousands of years ago, which was the evolution to mankind. This evolution of mankind led to a new consciousness was the consumption of hallucinogenic drugs. The consumption of these drugs started the slowly progressing spiral that led to speech and language, the concept of religion and spirituality, as well as the most importantly, consciousness. The visual is an excellent example of the depth of the connection to the spiritual realm. To this day, certain hallucinogenic drugs, such as mushrooms and peyote, are used in religious and spiritual rituals, very closely observed. These rituals can reveal anything from being in different dimensions to taking a journey inside of oneself, yet expanding onto the universal at the same time, and possibly even getting a deeper, more fulfilling understanding of life itself. This enormous leap for mankind that produced the spiritual birth has always played a role in civilization that is known today. Many different experiences can make or break the soul, but the true spirit always keeps beckoning every chance it can. It is extremely symbolic of religion is to raise your hands upward and outward towards the sky to reach out for a higher power, just like the visual represents. Reaching up and reaching out may seem like randomness, but whatever comes in the future is unknown for the age of mankind. Since the beginning of time, the future of mankind has already been written. For this life is not reality in a sense, but a portal into true spiritual ascension connecting the true reality of eternity. The physical body may be real in this reality, but the bigger picture is that the physical body is only a vehicle for the soul to exist and grow until ascending to a different realm. From deep inside the soul is darkness, evil that humankind has always had, The true test of life is to control the darkness inside. The battle between good and evil is always present, but it's control that determines the victory. Chaos is everywhere, and everyone has it. But facing it is the challenge that tests one's strong will. These demons may flood out into everyday life, making it hard or next to impossible to kill the urges. The next best thing is to control it before it gets impossible to handle. Even though chaos is everywhere, both worldly, emotionally, or spiritually can always be overcome. The spiral shown in the visual is a symbol of the endless cycle of life. A spiral is formed by having multiple circles overlapping each other. Who can really judge what is the beginning or the end? The foundation of the conscious mind is that there is no good without the evil forces consuming the soul. The only thing that separates the human race from any other creature is the deep-seated and long-present existence of a consciousness. Consciousness is thought-inspired wisdom, not completely void of the instinctual need just to survive, but the grasp of wisdom and spiritual growth resulting in the consequences of actions that are undertaken in day-to-day lives. For life can be looked at like a puzzle. Every piece together as a whole form the complete picture. On the other hand, if one or more pieces are missing, one must search for the pieces. Sometimes it can be a very tough challenge, but the fact of time and willingness can always be worth it. Nevertheless, if the pieces fit or not, patience is a virtue that lacks guidance if not properly stimulated, can and always will result in the crumbling of self-motivation and aspiration in which nobody should fall victim to. All in all, nobody should condemn the ritual and spiritual use of hallucinogenic drugs that largely contributed to consciousness, civilization, and religious state that mankind has rose to in the past. From then to now has changed drastically and will continue to change from here on out. Though every living thing on the planet is alive with pain and a soul, no matter if it is an animal or a plant, is still a living being. Mankind is the only beings that have a distinct and unique individual sense of right and wrong, true conscious and emotional thought. No matter what one might think of the brilliantly deep lyrics of the band Tool or the artwork for their masterpiece Lateralus album, should be an inspiration to the unspoken depth and reality that life itself poses with its everyday realities. Everyone, in the right state of mind, could possibly enjoy the depth and spiritual revelations of both the music and the artwork of Tool and artist Alex Gray. With all the pure hell that the world is going through in the present day, should be more of a spiritual awakening and revelation to each and every person to reach up and reach out for the drive and strong free will that mankind has depended on for thousands of years. Even though hallucinogenic drugs have propelled mankind into the future from the ancient past, and those drugs that are still used to this day should not be considered to be bad or immoral, but the instrument of future evolution and wisdom of mankind through careful observation only in the expertise of well-qualified shamans and medicine men. Although drugs are not the only way to achieve the deepest, most spiritual awareness, it may possibly help. The main way to achieve this ascension of awareness for spirituality and closeness to the higher power that is known as God is none other than taking a look into personal and private selves and delve into the faults of the emotional being to strive in bettering who mankind is as individuals. These changes can take an entire lifetime, but if one reaches up and reaches out to whatever may come, anything is possible. Random, may it seem, as the short lives abound. But all in all, there is a plan for the each and every one, no matter how painful or blessed. Things always come full circle in the end. From all the different elements portrayed in the visual, They are all very important for the fact that they are not just individual, but they flow perfectly and links everything together. The only word of advice is to ride the spiral till the end and reach for whatever that happens during this life.